that said, let's begin. Great. Good. Taking a time here to drop into our bodies.
No, I didn't. She ain't trying to poach me or nothing.
Okay, but she didn't have her time. I already know.
Like, okay, I like that. And I'm looking for someone to, like, you know, come and get me. Like, I'm not looking to chase behind anyone. You know, I want to be pursued.
You're a goddess, you need offerings.
Exactly.
Come to me.
And you understand that.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
So now that happened, do you think it put a little fire under Ace?
No one knows anything. Like, you know, like Ace doesn't know that me and him had another chat and that
But
we
he
kissed.
has to know that there are other people in here that are
Oh, yeah.
interested in
He
you.
knows. He
Okay.
knows.
Good morning, everyone. It's Monday. I'm so excited to be back. I didn't think that this was going to become something that I looked forward to, but here we are. I very much enjoy talking to this camera and through this camera into YouTube and to you. So thanks for being here and for watching. I'm really excited for what this week holds. I don't really have any idea as to what this week holds. I'm kind of allowing some room for spontaneity and for magic to come in through the cracks of my life. So here we are. Today, I will be working on a new version of my song, Burning String, which is already out on all streaming platforms. I'm gonna be making like an acoustic version or like a bedroom version. I'm making it in that closet over there. Same as I did with the Red Balloon track that I did. I just finished that one and I sent it out for mixing and mastering. So that's very exciting. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be chill. I'm gonna teach a little bit later today for a bit. Maybe I'll go outside. It is a beautiful day. Let's go. Bye. Here I go. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday. Woo! Mondays and Tuesdays are usually sort of my like free days because I work during the weekends and stuff. Today, the plan is I'm gonna go do a yoga class because I took a little break and I feel like I'm ready to get back into it. I really need to finish this alternate version of Burning String that I started yesterday, so today I'm gonna try and finish that up. And today is the new moon in Cancer. I like to pay attention to what's happening with the new moons and the full moons because every single new moon and full moon, depending on what sign it is in, has a certain theme, and I feel like it's a really fun way to kind of reflect on where I'm at on a bi-monthly basis. Today the new moon is in Cancer, which means it's time to start sowing seeds and thinking about what I would like to kind of manifest or what intentions I'm setting for the next month. And with Cancer, the theme is all about love and nurturing and giving and where I'm putting my energy and how I'm receiving and giving love. And so I think this month my intention is to provide a lot of love towards myself, try to do things that are caring towards myself and not do things that are just like trying to extract from myself, but to actually pour into myself. So I think today maybe I'll do like a little journaling or a little like ritual to try and like really solidify that concept. I also really need to practice my set because I'm playing my first ever festival on July 4th weekend, so I need to get going with that. I'm playing the High Sierra Festival in Quincy, so that'll be really fun. I've never played a festival before, so I don't really know what to expect, but I think it's gonna be like chill vibes. It's gonna be really hot there, so I'm just gonna get my set all ready so that when the day comes, I feel prepared. Also, a festival that I'm on just got announced yesterday, which is the Basilica Soundscape Festival, which is in upstate New York in like September 19th and 20th. Doesn't hurt to start planning what my set might look like for that show as well. I'm gonna go to yoga now, I guess. This is the fit check. This is a Berkeley sweater that my sister gave to me. And I'm sorry that I haven't cleaned my room. The reason why I haven't cleaned my room is because I sort of half live here. I'm like living out of a bag right now. So I think I need to maybe this week do some room adjustments and make it feel like I'm actually living here. So stay tuned for that. Bye. Have you seen Paul McCartney playing with the face filters on Instagram?
Yeah, that's a good one. But so Ringo has never had a pizza because he's allergic to garlic and onions.
That's so stupid.
I'm not even kidding.
Someone make Ringo a pizza without garlic and onion.
This is cool. Surprised it hasn't been stolen yet. Those are big ass flowers up there.
Yeah,
That tree, those white ones.
they're magnolias. There's a lot of them in Berkeley. I love the gold with the blue. It's so pretty. I like how this house is kind of goth.
I'm putting out a record that week, it looks like, if everything goes according to plan.
I'm about to do something so poorly timed. You can just hang yourself. Like joy.
Gorgeous. Can you actually do a pull-up?
No, I can't. I wish I can. He can do a variety of pull-ups.
Yeah.
And then he tries to bully me into attempting pull-ups. And I just refuse.
It is Friday. I'm in my Snuggie. I have my cute little cup here. On Wednesday, I slept over at my friend Isha's house. Isha made me some chai at like 11 p.m. and that shit was so caffeinated. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. talking, and then we watched a 3-hour-long Bollywood movie. So it was like 4 a.m. by the time I went to bed. And then I woke up extremely early the next morning because I had to drive my ass all the way back to San Francisco so I could get my roots done. I got my roots done like at the school. I usually get my hair done at the school because it's like a lot easier to keep up. Except that this person that was doing my hair this time, it was their first time like ever bleaching hair. And so it took like 4 hours. And girl, it's a little not matching the other color of my hair. But you know what? It's fine. I was thinking about, I just started reading this book called The Defining Decade, which is all about your 20s. The 20s is this time where we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to succeed, to kind of like check all the boxes. Like my friend Emma the other day was saying, like, everyone's always looking for a boyfriend, an apartment, or a job, or some combination of the three. And once you have those things, then you're good. You're set for your 30s. The thing that this book talks about is like, it used to be once you hit your 20s, you get married and you have kids. We're still kind of discovering like what this new decade is. What are the 20s for? What is the purpose of the 20s? We're still defining that. And I think like a lot of contemporary media, all of these TV shows and all of these books kind of tell us it's the most important time of your life, and it's when you have these friendships, it's when you're the most exciting and the most interesting. But when you're actually in your 20s, it's not that glamorous, nor is it that fun. Let's say you feel lost, you feel like you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, and you don't want to make a choice. A lot of the times you're like, where am I? What am I doing? Why am I doing this job? I don't even care about technology sales or whatever the heck you're doing. Decisions feel like the opposite of freedom. Like freedom is like keeping all of your options open, right? But in reality, making decisions is actually a very liberating experience because it's a way of creating some semblance of control and agency in your own life. If you don't pick anything, then you're actually keeping yourself in one place. You're actually choosing to stay stagnant. There might be some magical thing where someone whisks you away, right? Like maybe you enter into some other relationship, or someone says, hey, come work at my company or something out of nowhere. But then that's not really making a choice, right? That's just kind of like allowing someone else to pull you along. You don't need to rely on someone to come save you and take you away, because ultimately what's going to happen there, you're going to find out, however long it takes you to find out, 6 months, a year, 2 years, like, oh, this is actually this person's life. I didn't really make this choice for myself, and now I'm in someone else's life and not my own. And the 20s are a very lonely time. And so there's a lot of pressure to like find a friend group, find a partner. I'm kind of realizing, at least, I mean, I'm 23, so things are gonna change. But I think instead of the 20s being about filling out the boxes of what you should be doing, it's actually about figuring out what your own checklist of what your goals are and fulfilling those. When you're like in school and stuff, there's people telling you what to do. And so you have this checklist. You know how you're going to get an A. You know how you're going to get approval. Now it's like you are the one who decides what success is. You are the one who decides what a good job is. And so you're actually the one creating the rubric for your life. And the more that you depend on other people for the rubric, the less happy you're going to be. Unless it gives you absolute happiness to follow a rubric created by other people. But the thing is like the rubric created by other people is supposed to make you feel like you're never enough, because that's sort of like how capitalism works, is like by always making you feel inadequate. So you can have the best job in the world on paper, you can have a great relationship on paper, you can have a friend group that is externally really successful and cool, but it's like, if it's not authentic to you, it's never gonna feel that good. It's always gonna feel not aligned. I hear on social media and stuff like that, I'll be posting about your 20s and all of the shoulds that come with being in your 20s, and a lot of times people are like, I'm just super lonely, or like, I feel super stagnant and I feel like I'm stuck in one place. And I would say the answer to that feeling is deepening your connection with yourself and figuring out who you are and what is actually authentic to you. Culturally, we've defined the 20s as this time where you're supposed to meet the expectations of society, when in reality, I think your 20s is the time where you're supposed to be tapping into what your own rubric is for your own life. It's actually an unlearning of everything that society has pushed upon you. And that doesn't mean that you don't have to like find a way to fit into society. We all do. We all need a place here. Like everyone has a place, but it's like if there's any should in your 20s, which I don't think there should be any shoulds in your 20s, it's that you should not build your life around the expectations of others and the internalized expectations you have for yourself because of what others have told you you're supposed to be doing, what you should be doing. The only thing that you should be doing is rejecting all of those shoulds and coming up with your own set of goals and things that you want to accomplish in the life that you want to live. And also it's a process. So if you're like, well, actually my goal is to like see the world, then you can't beat yourself up over the fact that you have no money to go to Paris, Morocco, or wherever you're trying to go. These things take time. So it's about setting intentional seeds every day towards your goals, right? It's not about, oh, I need to do everything before 30. It's like, no, your 20s is a time for sowing little seeds every day so that by the time you're 30, you're at the apex. Because let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but I do not want to peak in my 20s. I do not want to peak in my 20s, honey. That would be so sad. The rest of my life is like ahead of me. If I peak in my 20s, like the rest of my life, I'm just going to be thinking about this bygone era. I would like to have a very fun, incredible, abundant 30s. The rest of it, I don't really care. I would like my 20s to be transformative and grueling and difficult and challenging and interesting, but not my peak. Nothing matters if it's not authentic to you. If it's not authentic to you, if it doesn't feel authentic to you, it doesn't matter. Like we're on this earth, depending on what you believe, we're on this earth one time, right? So it's like, you're here to be you. You know, you're not here to be someone else. You're not here to fulfill somebody else's goals and dreams. You're here for you. Don't have shame in not wanting to fulfill all of the expectations of other people. And like another thing that I think is super, super helpful in this age of like social media, right? Like there is constant comparison that is encouraged, right? You can go on your phone and you can compare and despair all day long. It's very easy because it's so accessible. Like all the time we're being fed interviews and articles. I would say of the constant flush of people's successes that are being put on social media, how many of them do you remember? Do you remember who's on like some like list of hottest 20-year-olds that came out 6 months ago? No, we don't know. I don't remember. Maybe you do. If you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for motivation, if you're looking for someone to compare yourself to, because I think it is helpful, like comparison in a way gives us a guide, right? It gives us a map as to like what direction we should be going towards. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna compare, look at the greats. Look at people from the past, like really the past. Don't look at your contemporaries and what people are doing now. Because what people are doing now is not going to be relevant in 6 months. Like you're never going to be able to catch up if you keep comparing yourself to people now. So if you must compare yourself for a guide, look at people in the past, look at the geniuses and the greats. Like if you want to be a model, go look at like models from the 70s, like go that far back. If you want, like for me as a writer, like I'm looking at writers from like the 1900s, bro. Go as far back as you can. And like that is gonna be so much more helpful for you than trying to see what like this Instagram model is doing. No hate to the Instagram model. Like the Instagram model probably had to work really hard to be an Instagram model, you know? Maybe they didn't. Maybe they're a Nepo baby. Focus on you and you're gonna be fine. So anyway, I have a doctor's appointment that I need to get to. So I'm going to shower. I'm going to go to the doctor. On Saturday, I am taking myself on a date. I'm going to the museum in the morning because you know what? I was like, I really want to do something creative. I want to get inspired. So I'll take you guys with me to that. Bye. I'll see you next week. Bye.